Let's see here. Hi guys, this is Angie from This Little Mitten Reborn Nursery, and I am coming on today with another video. I figured that this would be an easy video for me to do while I'm kind of laid up and not being able to do very much. So what you're looking at is a whole bunch of stuff that I'm going to use to hopefully soften some old vintage rubber baby bottle nipples. I've shown this this bottle before in a video, but this right here is a old Pyrex vintage baby bottle, and this one came with the nipple attached to the bottle, and it is very old. It's a little bit soft up here, but there is no getting, I mean, if I wanted to get this bottle nipple off, it is going to ruin the nipple. It's cracked and everything down around, or down here around the edge. So yeah, then I have this bottle. This is another Pyrex vintage bottle. I still have to wash it out. I haven't done anything with it except for just try this lamb nipple on the bottle. So this black nipple here is a lamb nipple, and it just pops right on the top here, just like the old bottle nipples do. So you just pull the tab and then it just slips right on. The only thing with these nipples are, especially on this 4-ounce old Pyrex glass vintage bottle, is that it is really long, so it looks a little goofy. I found on eBay a seller that was selling some vintage bottle nipples. So I found she was selling 2 different ones. So here is the first one. I don't know if it will focus for you or not. There it goes. So here is the first one. It's 3 Davil Anti-colic brand nipples, the Santi tab. It says Davil Rubber Company, Providence, Rhode Island, USA. And I find it really interesting because if you look then on the inside of the box, see if it will focus. It says, due to the necessity for conserving the country's supply of rubber for the most essential needs, the manufacturer of Anti-colic brand nursing bottle caps has been suspended, so temporarily you may not be able to obtain them. So I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, and then here's that side of the box. Looks like it just kind of tells you how to sterilize the nipple. This tells you how to put the nipple on. So these are the first ones that I found. She sent me 2 boxes, but the first box didn't have anything in it except for just a old little bottle cap. So that's all that had in it. And then this box had 2 of the Davil bottle nipples, and they're in very good shape. So this is what they look like. They still even have the little blue tab around the nipple that says Davil, and it's in blue. But as you can see, they're very rubbery still. They have the little pull tab right here, and yeah, I mean, there is no cracking or anything of these yet. And then the other ones that I have are, this is what it's called. They're Peter Pan nipples. This Peter Pan nipples, made in the USA. And they came in a box that looks kind of like this. So that's what they look like. So it just says 3 Babies Joy Nursing Nipples. easy to apply, holds tightly, 3-hole perforations. And these were made in Ohio, manufactured in the USA. And the box was already kind of damaged, but you open it up and there are 3 more pull-on nipples. So this is what these ones look like. So this one doesn't really have a pull tab, but they're very similar. And again, it's very squishy. This one's very squishy too. So they're in very good condition. This one, on the other hand, is, you can see that it is darkened and it's starting to harden. And if I squeezed up here, it would crack. So you can see that the discoloration of it. And that's the problem, you know, with finding the nipples to these vintage bottles like this, is that the nipples, over time, the rubber hardens, and then you can't use them because they're gonna break. So I want to try and see, I looked up on the internet on how to restore old rubber, and I found a solution that I want to try. And I'm going to try it not only with this one that is definitely already, you know, began hardening, but a couple of the other ones that are still soft, to see if I can, you know, help them not harden so fast. So I looked it up, and a lot of people use wintergreen oil. So this is wintergreen oil, and I got this off of Amazon. I'm trying to see if it will focus for you, but yeah, it is. This is the Green Health Essential Oils Wintergreen Oil. It's very potent. It's 100% pure natural wintergreen essential oil. So they use this, and they use alcohol. So this is the alcohol that I have in my house. It's just the Equate, I think that's a Walmart brand, and this one is the 70%. I seen a YouTube video where somebody used 90%, but I don't have a 90%, and it seems to me that the wintergreen oil is like the magic ingredient. So I looked it up just on the internet. So we're looking at WikiHow. And it just says to mix a solution of 3 parts rubbing alcohol to 1 part wintergreen oil. Make sure that the amount of the solution is enough to completely cover the rubber item when placed in the container. And then it basically just tells you to submerge the rubber item, seal the container, and check regularly for softening. So you can leave it in there for a few hours or even several days to, you know, for max benefits. So I'm going to then go ahead and get the mixture ready. I just grabbed this glass jar that I have so that I can seal it so that the solution doesn't evaporate out. And then I just grabbed a, you know, just a 1/3 measuring cup, because I kind of measured it out to see beforehand with some water to see exactly what I will need. So I'm gonna go ahead then and start with the alcohol, and we're gonna put 2/3 alcohol in here, and hopefully this doesn't spill with what, you know, what I'm using here. There's no pour spout. So there's 1. And 2/3. And then the rest will be of this wintergreen oil. And this stuff, you gotta be really careful because it, like, you get it on your hands and I think you're gonna be smelling wintergreen for days, but just opening it, whew, it is some strong stuff. So, so this is a 4-ounce jar. I'm gonna go like that, and I didn't bring anything to stir, so maybe I'll just close the cap up a little bit and just kind of whoosh it around a little bit. kind of stir it up. And then obviously I'll have to come back and kind of show you how this turned out. So let's put the caps back on this stuff. Yeah, if your sinuses are not open after you do this, they will definitely be open. I think I'm going to put, since these two, what were these called? The Baby's Joy nipples are pretty much the same. I'm going to leave one of these out so that we can compare this one to it after, you know, after it sits for a while. And I'm going to also put the hardened one in there with it. So let's get those two in there. And then I think I'm going to put just one of the Anti-colic Davil nipples in it. So I'm going to take this rubber piece, or not rubber piece, but this little piece off. And that just shows that it's never been used before. So these are brand new. And then we'll put one of these in and leave one out so that we can compare afterwards. So stuff those down in there, and they're definitely in there soaking. And then, good thing I have some paper towels down on the table. And then we're just gonna leave them in there to soak, and we will see what happens. So yeah, so that is all I have for this video. That's kind of what it looks like. We're gonna leave them in there to soak, and I'm not sure how long I'll leave them in there to soak, for a little while, and we'll just see what happens. And then I will come back and show you guys. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope this helps any of you guys that like to collect the older bottles and find some of the older rubber nipples on eBay or at your local antique shop, and they're hardened or starting to harden, and hopefully this will work and help you guys restore those bottle nipples. Thank you guys for watching. Bye guys.